There's another way to edit cues, and that is in blind mode. Now, the difference between live mode and blind mode, you'll see the live button in the top of our virtual keyboard here, and blind is right next to it. And these are two different display modes. In live mode, any change we make is output to the stage, and we're able to see that change on stage. Blind mode is a way to work behind the scenes, and whatever changes we make there are just stored into the cue, but aren't output to the stage. We can be in cue number 1 and affect changes in blind to any other cue in the list. So we could make changes either ahead of where we are in the show or before where we are in the show. So if a cue goes by and you need to go back and change something that was in there previously so that the next time you play it, it's correct, you can do it that way, right? So live outputs to the stage and blind is working behind the scenes. So let's just take a little look at what's going on, right? So in the live mode, you'll see that all of our tabs, any tab we select has got a gold band. Our background is dark gray. And if we go into blind mode, right, you'll see that our background becomes this kind of blue-gray, and all of any tab that we select, right, has a blue outline and blue text, and that's how you can tell if you're in blind, right? So you want to be careful that if you're in blind and then you want to go back and see what you've got going on stage, you'll need to go back into live mode, and you do that just by clicking the live button, which we'll do in a minute. Now I'm in blind, and to edit a cue here, there's a difference between working in 3D augmented and then working on the live console. In blind mode, the visualizer, the 3D augment tab, will show you what the cue looks like. So right now I'm displaying cue 1 in blind. To go to the next cue, I just hit the next cue, and now I'm displaying blind cue 2, and you can see that here. I could type any cue number that I want, cue 5, enter, and now I'm displaying cue 5 in blind mode. Now the channels that are in that and their levels are up here in our blind table display, right? So if I wanted to change this cue and take out channel number 11, all I have to do is say 11 out, right? And you'll see that that went out, and then hit enter. Now, the thing about blind is it automatically records any changes. I don't need to update or record or anything. Any change that I make in blind is automatically recorded. So let's go back a cue. Let's go last. Oh, those are selecting channels. Let's select our playback display tab, and let's say cue last. Now I'm displaying I'm waiting for cue 4, and if I hit enter, now I'm displaying cue 3. So now my next last buttons work. There we are, right? So now I'm in cue 2. And if I want channel 2 at 50, all I have to do is type 2 at 50. And when I hit enter, it will change cue 2, and it will automatically save that cue, right? So at 50, enter, and you'll see that it's automatically changed. Now to go back and work live on stage again, let's go to blind, or let's go to live, right? And you'll see that my tab color changed back again, and now I'm in no cue, and if I hit go cue, I'm in cue 1, and now I go to cue 2, and you'll see that channel 2 went only up to 50, right? So that's editing a cue in blind.